I came to the first thing of the end. It is to evolve the Wanshan fan into a yellow sail. Just because he's here, he's a zombie. Turn scum into a yin teacher. Not only will they not be punished by the heavenly Tao, boundless merit rewards will also be reduced. But just a few days ago, Zhujuan is still the Devil's Way modification that everyone shouts and beats. He had gone to great lengths for the transmigrators. In the end, he joined one of the largest demon cultivators in the country, Sect Wuji Sect. It's hard to get an elder. Accept as a disciple of the Qing dynasty. As a result, the ancestor of Wuji Sect went crazy. Modified by the right path, leading to the siege and fall of the 5 famous orthodox religions. All the disciples died and fled. The rest is on the wanted list. In the year that the sect was destroyed, Zhujuan did not dare to kill because he hid in Tibet. You don't get resources, and the chemical spirit-grabbing technique he practiced requires a large selection. Otherwise, you will go crazy and die tragically. Now, I tried my best to find the same wetland I used to be. I wanted to buy some resources to solve my urgent needs. But unexpectedly, in his bone worm monitoring, the junior brother in front of him, it has long been bought by the right path modification. The purpose is to release resource information. Seduce them, these fish that slip through the net. They're about to do it. Zhujuan began to inadvertently say the foundation casting. News from Book 7. Sure enough, in front of Yinda, this and his junior brother are excited. Those right path modifiers also secretly have murderous intentions in their hearts. The bounty offered by the Foundry Devil. It's not that Zhujuan can't compare to this Che training. After this, Zhujuan took his junior brother and went to meet the man. Uncle Juji. In fact, murder. Suddenly, he and his junior brother were sent flying. He hurriedly told the right path modifier who had followed him. It means that Zhujuan and the old devil of the Pillar Foundation are underground, and then they go in and take a look. But only one flesh and blood dried up. Corpse with skin stripped. It turned out that it was Chuzu who was holding the skin of the wetland. Made a human skin mask. Fool everyone. Zhujuan also knew that the days ahead would be difficult. But he did not give up the idea of the demon modifying the right path. After all, with his qualifications, I want to practice the right path in peace. I'm afraid I can't break through the machine, even if I die. Therefore, the path of the devil is the most suitable for him. Here we go. Zhujuan counted the items left by that person and his junior brother. Discover the mysterious magic weapon in the sect treasure house. It was stolen by him. But it was also because until the sect was destroyed, no one has been recognized by the magic tool. Only then did he and his junior brother have a chance to get it. Only when Zhujuan injected spiritual power into the magic tool. There is a reaction. I see the modern background in the mirror. High-rise buildings come into view. Next second, I saw Zhujuan being sucked into the mysterious mirror. When Zhujuan came to his senses again, you have come to the modern world reflected in the mirror. It's just that there are ruins everywhere. Zhujuan had some doubts, until he saw the zombie figure. Zhujuan realized that he had come to the end of the world. He released the ancient insect blood wire. Tear zombies apart with ease. These zombies. In front of him, the ancient insect modified during the chat training period, not worth mentioning at all. Zhujuan, who was relieved. But soulbone forms. The blood well wants to devour the flesh and blood of zombies. Spin robustness didn't stop. After the blood wire is swallowed, he found lost flesh and blood can actually be used to feed bone forms. This experiment proves that. Zhujuan looked at these zombies with glowing eyes. This represents. He doesn't need to think about blood essence supply in the future. Questions to know. He is the only devil cultivator in this doomsday world. It is equivalent to the world being a resource for his practice. Use the whole world to help him set foot on the road to immortality. It is no longer impossible. An hour passed. Zhujuan is constantly devouring the essence blood of zombies. Practice that hasn't been moved for a long time. The 4-layer bottleneck finally broke through to the 5th layer. However, he felt that it was still too much trouble for him to suck blood. So I decided to practice these English words to help him work. But a trainer needs to be physically strong. Material for resentment. Only after training can a sound engineer of good qualifications. These zombies are old and sick. Not very suitable. At the same time, in a shopping mall, a yellow hair deceived a little white. It was originally negotiated for the other party to attract the attention of zombies. He went to collect more resources and come to the rescue. And it did get thrown out. Escape with the collected supplies. But retribution comes very quickly. Hit Zhujuan head on at a corner. Zhujuan, at a glance, I took a look at the physical fitness of this yellow hair. Yellow hair sensed the threat and wanted to strike first. But in the face of the cultivator Zhujuan, how could he resist? Recognizing the gap, he wants to beg for mercy again. He also moved out of the Forestall gang. The boss is his sister. He's also a powerful superhuman. He thought that Zhujuan also had extraordinary abilities. So I confessed. Choose one who just came to the doomsday world. How do you know what gang? Just tied him up. Then bring it to the top of a Yin Master skull. Throw this yellow hair in. Anyway, in the face of this scumbag, Zhujuan has no mercy at all. And the level of the teacher corresponds to the state of modification. The mistake just refined is equivalent to the body refining stage. The corpse maker in the last episode corresponded to the machine. As for the Vira refining technique mastered by Zhujuan, Yin teacher pointed out, invulnerability. Powerful. Once you practice, you can compete with the modification of the Che training period. 3 days later, the yellow hair that has become a Yin master can be said to have changed greatly. Zhujuan took out the leveler. Look up at the tower to identify the Yin master level. Zhujuan didn't expect the Yin master he refined for the first time. The qualification has reached Zhongping. Still master to talent spales, bloodlust and golden light curse. Zhujuan named him a boy. And a second order slip. It can already compete with the 4-layer modification of Che cultivation. So next Zhujuan freed his hands. The task of collecting zombie flesh and blood, it's up to Xiao Wu to complete. He just sits back and enjoys it. During the period, some corpses can also be allocated to Xiao Wu. Raise his level. Next, Zhujuan picked up the mysterious mirror to study. After finding out that he sent himself to this apocalyptic world, has become bleak. But he can feel the mysterious clarity. Slowly absorbing energy recovery. Therefore, there is no hurry to return to the world of cultivation after storing it. A month went by. In a luxury hotel in East Lake City, Zhao Hong, the gang leader of Lin in Nubang, is also investigating him. Missing brother-in-law goes downstairs. Although the hand, it has been found in a shopping mall. Trace, but Zhao Hong is not satisfied with this speed. Just let the vicious dog eat him. And he set off with his men towards the mall. Unexpectedly, when they came to the mall, I found that in addition to the strong smell of blood, just a room full of zombies. The corpse looked at him in shock. I didn't notice the breath of a living person. But Zhao Hong, he has not given up his intention to find the murderer behind the scenes. As for the place he was looking for, in fact, he has returned to the world of cultivation. As soon as he came back, he crashed into the Kobelko looking for his whereabouts. Disciple, I noticed that their highest cultivation is no more than the martial principles of Che cultivation. 3 under 5 divided by 2. Zhujuan turned against the guests and brought them all. These orthodox disciples were dumbfounded. Little did they know that Zhujuan is in the doomsday world. He is broken through to the 6th level of Che cultivation. Among the gods of classical Chinese, the disciples looked ignorant. It's only been 3 days. How did you break through from the 4th floor of Che cultivation to the 6th floor? This sentence made Zhujuan correct. He didn't expect the apocalyptic world and the immortal cultivation world. The passage of time is 10 to 1. He was in Armageddon for 30 days. And he was learning that these guards were disciples. The uncle who didn't live in the machine came to testify. Also directly suck their blood and skin them. Transform into its own resources and nutrients. The purpose of Zhujuan's return this time. I also want to buy some stone refining materials. Spiritual plants, medicinal materials, losing the world doesn't have these things. During Zhujuan's shopping, he was at a vendor. Accidentally discovered the token in Wuji, the withered bone grass. After some communication, soon met the password. Melon seller. He brought Zhujuan to a secret place. Zhujuan also revealed his true colors. He knew Zhujuan. Beware of the new let go. Zhujuan also learned poems of the priest's wife. Hidden in a Wuji Ajwan garden in Kobelko sect. Here comes a dark light. After Zhujuan rejected his junior brother, they hugged together to keep warm. And I'm looking for someone to buy a chemical array. Although this formation is most suitable for grinding breasts, one of the formations that unleash large-scale bloodstains, and the basic blood transformation array. Che cultivation realm can be manipulated, more layer power. But make up for it on the right path. Who dares to use it? This junior brother was a little surprised. You know, there used to be a demon Dao sect master. Take a city 300,000 mortal beings. Cast the soul redemption blood array. Just to refine the blood pearl of 10,000 souls. 100 days for their young sons to help chickens. In the end, the head was naturally modified by the right path. And Zhujuan took it to the doomsday world to arrange Tiyulu's funeral. Who will come to crusade him? Those ordinary humans learned. Maybe even thank him. After that, Zhujuan was taken to the secret stronghold in Wuji. Find the ranking of once Wuji East Inner Gate. 11th Suming purchase. He happened to have a set of chemical warfare in his hands. However, due to some conflicts in the East before, Suming learned that storage was willing to buy with blood beads. I saw the lion open his mouth. The asking price is 200 to know pieces. A basic set of chemical warfare. The market price is only 80 blood beads. However, Suming got the public order relationship wrong. Blood transformation array. It's just a useless array in his hands. Wind and blood beads are his rigid needs. Otherwise, you will go crazy and die tragically. This sentence also made Suming react. Blackface promised 80 blood beads to take a step. Unexpectedly, Chuzhuan is only willing to give 60 pieces now. Suming still wants to bargain. Chuzhuan directly cut down 50 trees. This can make Suming explode. But he reluctantly agreed. And Chuzhuan still has a lot of blood beads left. He found the Wuji sect again, once in Inner Mongolia, Wei Hua at number 12. Bought some snacks. They saw that Chuzhuan could not fight alone. Seems to be doing well. I want Chuzhuan to stay and follow the chicken shop. Chuzhuan shook his head and refused. After all, it is too easy to attract the powerhouses of the right sect. But didn't expect Kobelko disciple. Just came to investigate the traces of Wuji sect. It doesn't stand up to investigation at all. And the leader is still a person who has practiced the 7-level Wuji sect. I can't resist Chuzhuan Zeng. Hesitant to take action? Unexpectedly, that Suming directly brought Chuzhuan out. So that I can escape. Seeing this, Chuzhuan snorted in his heart. Do you know you're not ruthless enough? Instead, he was put together by Suming, but actually, Chuzhuan Do also hit these Kobelko sect disciples' idea, so verbally. He let the other disciples of the promised sect escape. He left it to himself. The disciples of Kobelko sect thought that they would catch Chuzhuan with their hands. However, after Chuzhuan released the lost tiger, these disciples of Kobelko sect are not enemies of the river at all. After all, under the flesh and blood attack of the Doomsday World, Xiao Wu has been promoted to the 3rd-level master. At the same time, the disciples of Wuji sect who escaped gather at the chicken stage Liu Zhengsheng. Hixiong, as for that Suming righteous or inspiring, it's helpless to signal yourself. If they don't betray Chuzhuan, they will all be beaten by one king. Liu Zhengsheng didn't have time to deal with it because there is a right way to live. The Mushing decoration is approaching him. Let the disciples of Wuji sect escape, then meet it by Meng Mountain. He left himself behind to block the storm. Wei Hua and the others returned to the previous stronghold again because the place they felt was the most dangerous. Is the safest enemy? Never thought they would turn back. Just enough to break out. Suming thought he could collect Chuzhuan's body. I didn't expect to go back to the scene. I did see the corpses of the disciples of Kobelko sect. They don't believe it was Chuzhuan who did it. After all, it was resolved so quickly. Kobelko sect trains 7-level disciples. No matter what, you need to practice 8 layers of cultivation. But they didn't have time to think about it. Evacuate quickly, by Meng Mountain soon. Liu Zhengsheng suffered some injuries. He managed to break through. After he learned that the disciples of Wuji sect, how did you escape? Although I don't believe that Chuzhuan has that kind of strength, but he also instructed his disciples to wait for the limelight to pass. Pay more attention to Chuzhuan's information. At the same time, Chuzhuan is praying. Click on the loot obtained after the tribulation repair. In addition to 800 low-grade snacks and to medium-grade snacks, I even found a handle in the storage bag. Wan Hufen is a famous devil Dao evil treasure. He didn't expect Kobelko sect's dignified right path modification. He actually covets this power. Don't hesitate to hide it and pay homage in secret, but it's cheaper for him now. The zombie's soul can just be reused. To commemorate the true Queen of Souls. Another trump card. And the mysterious mirror has gone out. Chuzhuan decided to return to the apocalyptic world. Only when he came back, I found my stronghold in ruins. Convert the proportion of time spent away. It's only been 2 months. It's not possible. Become like this. An angry Chuzhuan sent Xiao Wu to catch a living person. Ask what's going on. And right next to them all, the collared dog gang members who were making a fortune. Naturally, Xiao Wu was watching. He was captured by Xiao Wu without resistance. Brought to Chuzhuan. No torture. Chuzhuan only needs to activate the social soul system. Just honestly admit that your name is Wang Bao. Their boss is at the Hayotai Hotel. This mall was also burned down by the Forest Dog gang. Chuzhuan was a little curious. What ability does their boss Jiao Hong have? Then I learned that Jiao Hong was just some supernatural beings. Tame 3 spirit dogs over 3 meters long. After all, the information is captured. The king naturally cannot escape the fate of the refined corpse. During the refining period, Chuzhuan had some unexpected losses. He actually has extraordinary abilities, although cultivators are reduced to blows in this world. But before Jin Danjing, Chuzhuan doesn't plan to be too surly. Also, he needs someone to collect the world's letters for him. The Forest Dog gang that provoked him. It just fits perfectly. Also, 3 days later, Wang Bao was refined into a 3rd-level master. Qualification is also mid-quality. The 2 talent scales are biased towards assassins. Chuzhuan named him after Zi Wang. Then Chuzhuan will have to find someone to settle the accounts. A little bit of nature is Hei Otai Wine, where Lini Nu Bang is located. As soon as he broke in, he announced that he would be the new boss of the Forest Dog gang in the future. Of course, these people don't admit it. I thought it was a provocation. After they shot. The end result is being rewarded by the tabloid alone. Chu Xuan didn't kill everyone, but to elicit their boss's call. At the moment of true encounter, Chu Xuan, he did sense that Zhao Hong's body had the ability to fluctuate, although much weaker than the many layers. But compared to ordinary people, it is also fundamentally different. As for Zhao Hong, I learned that Chu Xuan came to burn down the mall, and intuitively perceived that Chu Xuan exudes a dangerous aura. Doomsday caution made him decide to compensate. I don't want to offend Chu Xuan. However, seeing Chu Xuan not only disagrees, and the entire Lingu gang, this completely cut off his way out. So he directly ordered himself to 3 mausoleums. The door went to shred Chu Xuan. In the next second, a bright golden light appeared beside Chu Xuan. It was Xiao Wu who launched the golden light curse. The teeth of one of the spirit dogs was suddenly shocked. All broken. Then the little leopard appeared behind Zhao Hong. If it weren't for the spirit dog sacrificing its life to stop it, Zhao Hong is afraid that he will be destroyed by a blow. He was about to order the better dog to protect him, but found his spirit dog has surrendered at the feet of Chu Xuan, unreconciled him. The Lascard pistol kept shooting at Chu Xuan. The moment the bullet approached Chu Xuan, a blood-red silk thread threw him all back. It is Chu Xuan's Valley Worm blood wire. And Zhao Hong saw that the trump cards were useless. He also immediately knelt down and begged Chu Xuan to spare his life. The whole forest dog is offered to him by hand. But I don't know that Lin Dog gang Chu Xuan wants Zhao Hong's body. Xuan also misunderstood Zhao Hong by saying this. Chu Xuan was too lazy to explain to him. After he looks at the others, everyone in the forest dog gang knelt down one after another, respectfully called Chu Xuan their new boss. After that, Chu Xuan, I also learned some information about the end of the world. It turns out that 10 years ago, Hailan's mine could explode. All living beings have received the baptism of energy. If you can't make it through, you become a zombie. And some of them have awakened supernatural powers. After all these years of division, according to the amount of zero energy core, from weak to strong, it is determined to be divided into grades 1-9. As for the East Lake City where Chu Xuan is located, it's a small city in Linjiang province. Only the Forest Dog gang and the 2 forces of Black Bee Security Company. After understanding this, Chu Xuan ordered the tabloids. Take Zhao Hong down to the medicinal bath. This time, the martyr used the best drug he's raised so far. Soak for a few days. It should be able to increase the strength of Zhao Hong's physical body a few steps. Here we go. Chu Xuan's went out to search for a dense area of zombies. Snacks in his hand. It's only enough to run the blood transformation array for an hour. Therefore, it is necessary to find a large number of zombies to be cost-effective. But passing by a place, but I happened to meet 2 bodyguards. It seems to be guarding an old scientist. Lots of zombies. Based on the level 3 psionic core in the old man's chest. When Qianjun strikes, a sword fell from the sky. Instantly killed all the zombies. Chu Xuan came before them. Don't wait for these people to thank. Chu Xuan learned that a large number of zombies were attacking. It's because of the 3rd level core in their hands. Chu Xuan casually took a cut. Discover the energy of this 3rd level psionic core. Not as good as a piece of inferior product. Not to mention the quality of snacks. So he's not at all interested in this kind of thing. At this moment, the 2 bodyguards signaled that they were from General Lin. Details after Chu Xuan took action to protect them. There must be evil. When Chu Xuan saw the 3rd level psionic core. I know the 9th level powerhouses in this world. It's not much stronger at all. He's not in the mood to make friends. But Chu Xuan promised to send them away. Just attract zombies on the rooftop for a while. Next, Chu Xuan laid a rock suit at the entrance. Make sure the zombies can't break through the door. He came to the sky above the building. Take out the blood formation chair. It's all around the building. A few hours later, the number of zombies close to 100,000 is attracted. The purpose of Chu Xuanjian has been achieved, binding them with blood wires, and brought them to a safe area. Allow yourself to contact rescue. The old man wants to know Chu Xuan's name. Chu Xuan did not wear a vest, said his real name. Looking at Chu Xuan, he met a group of knowledgeable old men. No Chu Xuan, by no means extraordinary. Combine the prisoners of Chu Xuan's subordinates before, and various means. It made him wonder if Chu Xuan was an immortal cultivator. On the other hand, Chu Xuan sighed. It starts to activate the chemical array. The blood of 100,000 zombies began to be drained, turned into countless big blood beads that can attack Chu Xuan. Cultivate to the 9th level of chair cultivation. Suddenly Chu Xuan was stunned. I saw the golden lotus blooming around him. Soon Chu Xuan figured it out. I killed those zombies myself. This Feng Qiandao rewarded him with merit. Demon cultivators from ancient times to modern times and effective killing. It's not bad since the sky, thunder and fire attract startling flowers to fall. I'm afraid that he is the only one who is ashamed of his virtue intention. And what is deepened by merit? There's a sense of enlightenment. Shaoyuan seems to have been extended a bit. He will know those who modify the right path and teach the soil every day. Exterminating evil demons may also be a heat virtue benefit. If you wait for him to bleed millions or even hundreds of millions of zombies in the future, embrace immeasurable merit. The righteous people saw him. Do you still dare to attack him? Chu Xuan after enjoying the heavenly down merit reward. When dealing with these ordinary people from the forest dog gang, it was also kind of them to put them on the table for dinner. Enjoy hard-won meat at the end of the day. But in fact, among these people's gratitude, Chu Xuan had already put bone forms into the food. Once betrayed, life is better than death. At the same time, those zombies that were refined before Chu Xuan, it was also detected by another force in East Lake City. They seem to be more powerful than the Forest Dog Gang. Just because of Black Bee Security Company, its General Lin from Linjiang Province, support their old king as a sword. Send someone to the Lin Dog Gang to ask Zhao Hong for questioning. But I don't know Zhao Hong. It has been refined into a yin master by Chu Xuan, and Zhao Hong didn't waste it either. Pharmaceutical industry culture before Chu Xuan once practiced. His 2 arms come with innate magic weapons. It's just that it has an antique consciousness. Chu Xuan couldn't help but sneer in his heart. Kneel down with the diabolical order. Zhao Hong could only bow his head and kneel down honestly. Although he has the talent of grade 3. Spell strength is in a hurry to slip. But I can't resist the acupoint. Rename the little dragon. Then he was found. Arrangement and Zihu. The tabloids went to collect zombie flesh and blood for him. And near the Hayotai Hotel at night, the black wine bodyguard who just approached soon discovered the dreaded little dragon 3. And he was detected. It is also because the strength of Heifeng's bodyguards is weak. Xiao Wu and the others are not high-spirited and treat them as ordinary people. Plus Chu Xuan's reward for merit. I told you not to kill innocent people indiscriminately. So the black wine bodyguard saved his life. On the other side, Chu Xuan was attacked by a large number of blood beads. It also broke through to the body refiner layer. He should also prepare for foundation building, and the modification should break through the cast-base paint. Need to compress the spiritual power in the Danshan Sea of Che until liquefied. If there is no huge medicinal pill power axe, almost impossible to break through. But the necessary materials for the original casting base sheet. Be warned of the sect. Strict control. The devil can only replace the West Path with powerful living creatures. Cultivation of soulflowers as the main material. Refining casting blood pill and the seeds of the soulflower. Last time Chu Xuan returned to the immortal world and it's ready. Here we go. You just need to find a suitable breeding ground for cultivating soulflowers. A month went by. After the report of Xiao Wu and the 3 of them today learned that a pack of wolves wanted to ambush them, Chu Xuan knew that the heartbeat he wanted had come. The idea of being lucky must be good. After all, the little tiger and the little leopard are already out of breath. Zhao Long even reached level 8. And he himself has come to practice the 9 exercises. Soon the storage will arrive at the destination. He's still here. The body of a super rebel was found here. Just then, the baby's cry came from behind Chu Xuan. He said nothing. He threw a fire directly at the source. A wolf was blown to smithereens. Not to mention that Chu Xuan is a demon cultivator. Only the supernatural ones die here. How could there be such a loud baby cry? I can't hide it. The wolves appeared in front of Chu Xuan. And the leader is a 2nd level extraordinary Wolf King. The other wolves were handed over to Xiao Wu and the others. Chu Xuan alone against the Wolf King. It's not so much a battle. It is better to say that Chu Xuan is observing the Wolf King. Is it suitable as a nourishment carrier for soulflowers? After confirmation, Chu Xuan just used blood wires. Change at will and beat the Wolf King half to death. It's just right for growing soulflowers. As for the other wolves, he was also killed by Xiao Wu and the others. Shortly after Chu Xuan left, an armored vehicle arrived. It turned out that the DC Supernatural belonged to General Lin. They found the body of their dead brother missing for no reason. Among them are extraordinary beings who communicate with plants. Start the profiler intelligence. For a moment, Chu Xuan's picture came into his eyes. It really shook him. The Wolf King is a 2nd level extraordinary creature. Chu Xuan was actually able to capture him alive at will. So what level of powerhouse is it? They feel that the water in East Lake City is a bit deep. On the other hand, choose one side. He opened a mausoleum near the hotel. Lay down the fog and gin. Let the people of the forest gang cultivate the land here. Fresh vegetables for the apocalypse. Don't worship choose one for these people. As for the Wolf King, he began to be parasitized by the soulflower. And choose one returned to the world of cultivation. The purpose of his return is to help the chickens recover, ready to go to find the living master, Uncle Liu Zhengsheng. So he launched the Guchongdi Hall. Start collecting information. Not long after, he found Wu hidden in the vast crowd. Jizong disciple, they. It is Wei Hua and others who traded with Chu Xuan last time. At this moment, they seemed to be waiting for a man named Zhong Cheng's disciple of Wu Zizong. Suddenly, a head crashed into the market. A young man with 2 swords slowly walked over. He's Yang Hao, the 4th disciple of Inner Mongolia among the guards, and the person who killed. It's the charter that Wei Hua was waiting for, unknown to him before, even though the steward was going to blame him. Wait for Yang Hao to tell him who he killed. Mo Dong cut off his hands as a warning. Others dare not speak out, because they have heard. This Yang Hao, about to be promoted to a green boat disciple in Kobelko. And the reason why Yang Hao is here. Naturally from Zhong Cheng, some news came out of the mouth. Come and kill Wei Hua and the others. In contrast, the acupoints observed in the dark found that only Yang artists. Then he will eat this big fat sheep. The other side, Wei Hua and the others are about to hide under the pursuit of Yang Hao. In the nick of time, a passport blocked Yang Hao's attack. Yang Hao without reflection. I thought I met a genius disciple who escaped from Wuji sect. But when someone looks up. But the charter he killed. The charter posted a glance at Wei Hua and the two of them. The meaning is obvious, let them run away. As for Yang Hao, a genius among the guards. Naturally not scared. They were entrusted. Little did he know that what followed was his end. He was not only not afraid when he saw the charter release 3 corpses. Think of these low-level yin masters. Can't stop him at all. This genius sword show, in order to come to Chuzhou at an extremely fast speed. A sword slashed down. But it was blocked by a blood-red thread. Yang Hao's eyes are anonymous. His sword plumb cuts the blood wire. Could it be that this worm is reversed? Transformed in his thoughts. Chu Xuan, who disguised the charter, didn't miss the opportunity. The blood wire wrapped around Yang Hao's body. He wasn't panicking. Use the secretary in Kobelko. After I opened the blood wire, I unleashed his strongest killing move. Named Kobelko Absolute Sword Finger Chu Xuan. A little dragon went head-to-head with him. The next moment, the two sides staggered. Yang Hao's face was uncertain. He slowly looked at his chest. I can't believe I actually died at the hands of Yinji, who didn't want it. Chu Xuan took off his human skin mask. Sect geniuses are just like that. As for Wei Hua and others, also recognized the charter to save them through the blood department. Chu Point. Ask Liu Zhengsheng to come to the rescue. Liu Zhengsheng agreed without hesitation. These devil geniuses shouldn't die like this. However, the next second, Chu Xuan carried Liang Hao's head. Come and meet this Liu Zhengsheng. Aid poetry. Gihua and the two looked at Chu Xuan excitedly. However, Liu Zhengsheng was extremely surprised by Chu Xuan. Good to kill Yang. Presumably, my own realm has already cultivated 9 levels of chair. As soon as this sentence comes out. Wei, what do people look at Deng Da? Ding Dui Chu Xuan was speechless. Chu Xuan rejected the invitation of the master uncle. Hugged together to keep warm. Even help him crash into the plane. After some performance, the reason for refusal is explained. Successfully moved this Liu Zhengsheng. He also used this to say that he wanted to buy a chicken help. Because Liu Zhengsheng's liking for Chu Xuan has greatly increased. Originally, 1,000 blood beads were directly priced at the fracture price. 500 blood beads can take away the blood evil chain grinding gold. However, Chu Xuan still pretended to be poor. I only have 300 blood beads. Snack on the rest. Liu Zhengsheng Wenyan did not refuse. If not for, gather the resources of his disciples under the ashes. He could even give Chu Xuan a foundation casting technique for nothing. This surprised Chu Xuan. Unexpectedly, he took the belly of a gentleman with the heart of a villain. In the magic gate of Wuji sect, there is still a good person like Liu Zhengsheng. I don't know, in the spiritual world, can good people be rewarded? Anyway, Chu Xuan doesn't regret his actions. And Liu Zhengsheng really put the blood bead. Assigned to a group of disciples. The false name who once betrayed Chu Xuan. Knowing that the blood bead is not only the realm brought by Chu Xuan. It is training the 9th layer of chair. Su Mingdan is a little nervous. For fear that Chu Xuan will come to take revenge on him. On the other hand, Chu Xuan returned to the doomsday world. Proportion over time. It's been 2 months here. Due to the deterrence he left behind before, nothing happened during the period, and Chuzhuan came to Yunsheng Health Soul Flower Basement. To his surprise, the number of soul flowers bloomed is enough to refine. The elixir of 3 golden blood has been completed. Chuzhuan also ended the life of this wolf king. Next, Chuzhuan began his alchemy. A day has passed. 3 blood pills flew out of the pill furnace, plus iron storage. There is a Zhengdao Cast Foundation den in the bag. Chuzhuan has a total of 4 opportunities to attack the foundation. After he took a right path casting foundation dan, he found that, with just 1 Costanidin drug, it's not enough to support his complete liquefaction of spiritual power. No way. Chuzhuan took another muscle casting blood pill. Majestic medicinal power begin to help Chuzhuan liquefy his spiritual power. At the same time, Chuzhuan came to his spiritual corpse C. The Wolf King appeared in front of him. Suddenly Chuzhuan understood. He encountered a spiritual illusion. This is still because of the casting blood pill, although they're a genuine Juji Dan. Almost the same drug. But in the end, it's just an imitation of the devil cultivator. So the soul grievances contained in it. It's the side effect of the blood pill. Fight it out. Chuzhuan sensed the inner demon weapon. A steady stream, can't kill it all. But then Chuzhuan discovered. The new Wolf King began to strike him with words. What about no family background? He's a waste of ordinary qualifications, not worthy of cultivation at all. No host. This made Chuzhuan react. Isn't this just to discuss Taoism? Have the knowledge of the orchid heart in the past life? Just use the phrase old saint. Take the people as an outlet. Righteous sect monopolizes resources. Promote class inferiority. He took the right path and was doomed to achieve nothing. But the path of demonic cultivation is the essence of heaven and earth. My everything is still a different landscape. Heaven is not with me. I will kill. Help me on the road to the sky with thousands of corpses. Why not? Not to mention, now I have the resources of a planet at my disposal. I, Chuzhuan, have changed my life against the sky. My life is up to me, not by the word of heaven. The demons disappeared. But it's not over. A young girl appeared beside Chuzhuan. And it is no longer an argument, but a sincere and good for Chuzhuan. As long as Chuzhuan stays here, power, wealth, every time he wants something. Chuzhuan glanced at him calmly, saying so much. It's not because the power of the chicken blood pill is running out. Failed to ask him to help the chicken. The next second, the operation that shocked the girl came. Chuzhuan directly swallowed the 2 pillar chicken blood pills into his stomach. The irrational father who shocked the demon girl. Although supplemented with medicine, but the soul resentment of the pill will also strengthen him. Chuzhuan will only die harder to cut. When Yin Chuzhuan left, he no longer needed to waste time with Ding Guo. He's in this illusion. Deeply understand one thing. Nothing can stop him from making progress. Seeing this, the demon girl gave up. Keep doing it. But it was Chuzhuan who didn't plan to let him go. Obviously, as long as you want, make him the most suitable virtuous inner master. But Chuzhuan only wants to know the blood evil demon refining scripture. Can you refine his illusion? Under Chuzhuan's heart of no mercy, the demon girl suddenly began to be refined by Chuzhuan. He only had time to leave a message. To Chuzhuan's ancestor, Chuzhuan doesn't care at all. In this world, his merits will only increase. The path of the devil will also go farther and farther. In the face of merit, no curse can love him. And the outside world, a terrifying awe erupted from Chuzhuan's body. A magnificent beam of light soared into the sky. The abnormal sound produced, also seen by everyone who survived outside. They were in shock. I don't know which strong person emitted the breath. As for the suspension that breaks through to the first floor of the pillar base, not only has his strength increased greatly, longevity has also increased. 100 years later, he looked at the blood demon elf. The most suitable method for oneself. Its stupid soul. One of the materials required is Yinshaw steel. You need to send the ordinary 100 Duen King Kong, placed in a place full of darkness. Make it absorb Yin. But the dark land of the immortal world. It has long been controlled by the eyeliner of the right sect. If you get close, you may be in danger of your life. And in the apocalyptic world, want to create a place of evil. At least tens of thousands of zombie flesh and blood souls are required. Chuzhuan thought, zombies seem to like advanced psionic cores. Therefore, Chuzhuan asked the stumblers to bring the core of the Wolf King. Constantly seduce zombies on the street. Bring it to Chuzhuan to ask for the arrangement of his younger brother. 3-way seduction. Soon, tens of thousands of zombies gathered. But just then, Zhu Xuan discovered an ordinary person. It turned out that they were the security members of Black Wine Bodyguard. Because Zhu Xuan is gathering zombies. There's too much noise. When they came to investigate, they mistakenly thought there was a loss of tide. Suddenly a member of the security staff collapsed. A fat man with zero energy talent fat control shot the attacking bee spider. The toxin in the spider's body is powerless. Unexpectedly, there is more than one spider. They're in the spider's lair. Among them, Jimu is a third-level extraordinary hand. These security teams can't stop them at all. Even the spider silk spit out by Jimu can't stop cutting. However, the next second, a streak of light. I saw them slashing with all their might. The continuous spider silk is easily torn apart. Zhu Xuanzi and his flying sword came to the sky above them. Suddenly, all the Black Wine security personnel were dumbfounded. Did they see the sword immortal? And Zhu Xuan looked at Zhu's mother and felt lucky. Level 3 psionic core is much more attractive to funerals than level 2. Zhu Xuan wants to attract more zombies. This third-level extraordinary woodpecker that jumped out just became his target. Just a magic show basic spell partner. The third-level pig mother has no resistance. Buried under this open fire. And the dead pig mother except for his psionic core. There are also spider silks that have been refined by open flames. It can be used as one of the materials for refining evil souls. Here we go. Zhu Xuan handed over the psionic core to Xiao Wu and the others to attract zombies. But it caused Black Bee security misunderstandings and shocks in their worldview. A mistake is the same as a mutant zombie. So I didn't expect Zhu Xuan to be able to control. It caused loss of moisture. Wait for Zhu Xuan's eyes to look at them. So scared that everyone respectfully thanked the life-saving grace. Zhu Xuan didn't give them a good face. Alert the old company of Haifeng Gun. You are not allowed to take half a step within a kilometer of your feet. They all responded and ran away. As for Zhu Xuan, he began to set up the soul-capturing array. Create an artificial evil place. Back to the security company. Waiting for people also report all the information to their boss. Wang Jianggong of classical Chinese, combined with what he learned from Linjiang County. Wolves on the highway. Just being mourned by someone who can control. The corpse super rebel is destroyed. He didn't know he had found the symptoms. But due to the large-scale loss of Zhu Xuan's seduction, mistaken by them for triggering the market, worried that they will attack the survivors of East Lake City. Although the younger brother thinks that Zhu Xuan, not the kind of big devil who destroys the city. After all, they were not silenced. But Wang Jianggong was still ready to meet Zhu Xuan in person. As the boss, he's responsible for his brothers. If Zhu Xuan really wants to destroy the city, with his second-level strength, it should be possible to delay for a while. Just as Wang Jianggong arrived at the destination righteously, and he saw dark rooms all around him. Even the walkie-talkie doesn't work. It just made him wonder. Why are there tens of thousands of zombies not moving at all? While he was searching aimlessly, Zhu Xuan appeared above him. Cold question. Didn't you warn me not to go anywhere near here? Obviously, Zhu Xuan did not exude any aura. Wang Jianggong feels. He felt a strong pressure coming towards him. After he revealed the reason, Zhu Xuan waved his hand. The black fog dissipates. Shocked Wang Jiandang's world viewing. I saw a lion mountain meet his eyes. Zombies after zombies. The next one is fixed on this lion mountain. Zhu Xuan told him. All the zombies and exotic beasts that enter cannot be alive. Come out again and go back again. Wang Jianggong on the road reported to the brothers that they were safe. Also tell them. Future East Lake City, quite possibly the safest place. 2.5 days later, Zhu Xuan saw that the land of Yin evil had been created. He took out the Yinshaw steel. Nearly 100,000 dead. Condensed evil chair. Created the quality of Shong Hao. But just then, Qianchong suddenly turned into a bright golden light. The roar of the dragon and the sound of the phoenix just appeared in the apocalyptic world. The virtuous whale feather landed on Zhu Xuan's body. The benefits. Not only did it double the size of his soul, many doubts in the past practice have been solved. The ability to control Yin Shai has also been greatly improved. To know the foundation paint modification, there are few ways to raise the soul. This intention of merit is simply mysterious. Zhu Xuan looked at the weeds stained with light. There is this baptism. Maybe some different spirits will be born in the future. Shiba or extraordinary creatures. Soon 3 months passed. Zhu Xuan's natural law, Che, evil spirit, finally refined. This is due to the influence of merit. Let him be lucky. Refining successfully at one time, born with Zhu Xuan. The feeling of the demonic soul is like a corpse paper. It is not comparable to other magic tools. Its growth is unmatched by other magic tools. The refining of the natal magic weapon has been completed. The main spin begins to practice the technical method. Zushor membrane refining meridian. It's 9 levels, corresponding to column bases 1 to 9 respectively. Each advanced level, you can learn a yin and evil elemental forge 7 spells. Although the initial level of these spells is not high. But they all have one thing in common. That is, it can consume the energy of yin and evil to conquer. For most magic heals, this feature is useless. After all, yin, the evil land, has already fallen into the hands of the right sect. However, for Chu Zhuan, the evil energy can be said to be inexhaustible. Inexhaustible, in the previous shadow soul earning earthquake. The remaining evil spirit is filled with a total of 20 imperial products. Now, these evil spirits will all turn into Chu Zhuan's oxygen. At the same time, a large group of high-rise people gathered in Longjiang City, the capital of Linjiang Province. Lord of General Lin One Night Blue Sky, gather them. It's for negotiation. Giant monsters in Hanoi, Longjiang. Estimated body size of more than 30 meters. Level over level 3. It's easy to overturn a cargo ship. And General Lin is not his opponent at the moment. But once ashore, do whatever it takes to fight him back. The old man who was saved by Chu Zhuan. I want to propose to ask Chu Zhuan to kill this exotic beast. But Yunanshan didn't believe it. What kind of cultivator is Chu Zhuan? Just a stronger superhuman? Can he defeat General 100,000 Spirit? On the other hand, Chu Zhuan returned to the world of cultivation. He found that the former Wu restaurant had changed its surname. Understand through Zhaoa. It turned out that the Wu family hid the remnants of the Wuji demon sect. Finally, it was discovered. Although they fled into the Cloud Mountains. But he was also jointly hunted down by Shendang sect and Jinlong Temple, and the Wu family was naturally copied. This restaurant was also taken over by others. After listening to Chu Zhuan, he rewarded Zia with some silver taels. As for Liu Zhengsheng, they were found. Chu Zhuan was not surprised. However, there should be no golden core powerhouses in the pursuit team, and Chu Zhuan's original magic weapon, the Evil Soul Institute, only injection base. Only the 7 souls can exert their maximum power. So eyeing on those foundations, he hunted down Liu Zhengsheng. Modify. Unexpectedly, it didn't enter the mountain range for a long time. Instead, it was modified by a life machine. Keep an eye on the 3 gas training buildings. Chu Zhuan was confident that he had not exposed his identity. He also said that he came to the mountains to kill demon beasts to earn snacks. But these people don't believe. It seems that they are very confident in themselves. He also told Chu Zhuan the truth. In fact, it doesn't matter if it is a devil or not. The important thing is to kill Chu Zhuan. They can indeed get set contribution points. Simply put, it is to kill young Mao Gong, and in doing so, they've killed 8 people. Although they found it for real this time. But also keep the iron plate. Chu Zhuan dodged the attack because of Shaden. Next, whether it is practicing the piano or the host, they all died under Chu Zhuan's evil soul. Next, Chu Zhuan collected all their souls. Refining chairs used to strengthen when soul flip. The base is used to inject the evil soul. It's just something that broke Chu Zhuan down in a month. The taste of the soul is too tricky. He took out the souls decorated with 4 pillars. All were ejected by the evil spirits. This distress helps the storage of chickens with poor soul quality. Just outside his cave came a powerful guard. Elder Zhong Suji. His real-world friend Liu Zhengsheng is still after him. Of course Chu Zhuan won't let him go. The evil spirit quietly came behind the man. Even if he reacts, defense fails in a hurry. How can he stop Chu Zhuan's plan for a long time? Immediately after, Chu Zhuan cast yin and evil spells. Suppress the elder in this guard on the spot. With the appearance of Chu Zhuan's figure, Liu Zhengsheng was stunned. He didn't expect Chu Zhuan to stop the plane. But the elders of the guards did not die. Next second, countless glimpses of light flashed through Chu Zhuan's sinister claws. Liu Zhengsheng, who was forced to watch, was very worried. After all, the elders of the Kobelko sect have been living in the foundation for many years. He was afraid that Chu Zhuan, who had just built his foundation, was no match. Chu Zhuan, who has the justice of the Doomsday World, plus merit rewards. Lifetime heritage. It has long exceeded the ordinary copper pillar, and I don't know how much decoration. So, when the elder Shen Gangzong watched Chu Zhuan use the escape technique, although he immediately used his defense to see the truth, but still useless. Passed by Chu Zhuan's evil soul. And his soul. Naturally, it also fell into Chu Zhuan's hands. Liu Zhengsheng, who was used as a demonic soul center, officially came, curious Chu Zhuan with abuse. How did you break through to Juji so quickly? Chu Zhuan explained a little. Yang Hao, who was killed at the beginning, has a wishing chicken pill. He took it and broke through. Afterwards, Liu Zhengsheng learned that Chu Zhuan, he also killed several base-casting monks. He was surprised by Chu Zhuan's genius. If introduced to the ancestor, I'm afraid it can be accepted as a disciple of the Qing dynasty. Hearing this, Chu Zhuan's eyes are yimming. Does this mean that you know the news of Jindan ancestor? Liu Zhengsheng nodded slightly. Ring Chu Zhuan came to their stronghold, and the disciples of Wu Jizong. After seeing Chu Zhuan behind Liu Zhengsheng, just about to speak, Liu Zhengsheng introduced the record of Chu Zhuan's torture and killing of Juji, then asked them to change their story later. You must call Chu Zhuan your uncle. And everybody was convinced. Without hesitation, they shouted a letter of service. Except for that Su Ming. Of course, Chu Zhuan also noticed him. For those who have stabbed themselves. Without saying a word, he took out the demonic soul center. Direct kill. Su Ming, Liu Zhengsheng is protecting Chu Zhuan. Why are you doing this? Wei Hua and little fatty who knew the reason. Tell the story of Su Ming betraying Chu Zhuan. Liu Zhengsheng didn't have a trace of blame after listening. And Chu Zhuan glanced at the crowd. After signaling them, who dares to backstab or betray the sect again? Su Ming is their end. Suddenly, no one dared to make a mistake. After a big stick is laid, Chu Zhuan began to give them sweet dates again. Take out the little blood beads that you can't use. Allocate to them. In an instant, everyone began to cheer for Chu Zhuan again. Suddenly, a middle-aged man walked up. It turned out that he was the head of the Wu family, Wu Ke. It was also he who provided Wu Jidong with a hiding place and learned the news of Jindan old ancestor. He also went out to investigate at risk. Wu Ke didn't want to offend Chu Zhuan either. Don't say genius. Just like Chu Zhuan just bought people's hearts. It proves that his mental means are not bad. Chu Zhuan is curious about which sect ancestor he is. After Wu Ke informed, it turned out to be Liu Zhengsheng's master. Ancestor Wen Wu Yin, now imprisoned in the mountain house north of the Cloud Mountains. And the reason why there are still survivors in Kobelko. It is because of the cultivation of sword chair among the guards, and the best way to extract sword energy is to fight ghosts. So Shengang, sect master uses Wen Laozu's special system. Keep drawing his blood to feed. Strength is for the practice of refining sword chair with fierce ghosts. Break through the reason in one fell swoop. That's the right thing to do. The impression given to Chu Zhuan is that he is a group of hypocrites. Liu Zhengsheng asked Chu Zhuan for help at this time. Investigate the reason. They were only for people guarding the villa. Juji modification. Sect Master Chen Gang will only come once a month, so no need to worry. And they also found the first ancestor. Personal disciple, that is, among all the disciples stationed in the foundation, the aptitude is the best, who has the best hope of attacking Jin Danjing. This time, he's willing to take action. The condition is that ancestor Wen accepts him as a direct disciple. In order to rescue his master, Liu Zhengsheng did not hesitate to kneel down and beg Chu Zhuan. Chu Zhuan helped him get up, while thinking about the loss of world resources. Soon you will break through to the 9th floor of the live machine. So we're going to need leaner fans. He also agreed to drink this time. Cloud Miss Villa a day later. They were with the former Wu Jizong. Genius Li Zhuanyu meets. He glanced at Chu Zhuan. Although the genius who can break through the cabin after the destruction of the sect. However, due to the lowest level, Li Zhuanyu threw Chu Zhuan a broken town to break the formation in Yanwu Mountain. And the three of them are in charge of the Lord, someone charges. Of course Chu Zhuan is willing. He doesn't want to be the first bird. Soon the war broke out. As for breaking the formation aimed at magic cultivators, Chu Zhuan didn't go by himself either. Instead, it was handed over to the three-headed clan under his command. Forced with the formation. Li Zhuanyu and the other three are also under great pressure. There is nothing false under the light. Li Zhuanyu also quickly killed a garrison. The guards, but it also made the others unable to sit still. At this moment, a knife broke through the wall, almost seriously injured Li Zhuanyu. I saw a bald monk appear in the eyes of everyone. The appearance of this person also disrupted Li Zhuanyu's plan. Chu Zhuan, who was watching the battle from the side, recognized him. It is the Temple of Heaven of Jinlong Temple, as famous as Li Zhuanyu. Hu Kong fought with Li Zhuanyu several times. More wins, less bull. As soon as he set out, all three magic weapons came out together. Wu Kei's arm was cut off with a knife. Liu Zhengsheng is trapped in a kasaya. Although Li Zhuanyu avoided. But it's not much better. Mainly because they and others lived before. Modification wars caused too much spiritual power to be consumed. For the full state of Hukong, it is naturally not a match. And Li Zhuanyu, who was about to run away, take out his natural magic weapon, Hei Fengqi. Want a breakthrough? Unexpectedly, Da Wei Qianlong will be repaired in the air. Unexpected Li Zhuanyu. Even the natural magic tool was disrupted. Only then did Li Zhuanyu understand. Where did the clothes that will empty you against three come from? Even if it will be empty, prepare one knife, enter slices. The history of Li Zhuanyu. In the nick of time, Hu Kong suddenly counted down his hair. Send his wave fish immediately. Unexpectedly, the wave fish was directly frozen through. The dragon pattern on his body was also destroyed. Li Xuanyu was shocked. He didn't expect Chu Xuan to be so strong with the lowest cultivation base. Chu Xuan didn't give him a chance. Use the claws of the devil. Hu Kong saw this spell in the community. He did not expect that Chu Xuan possessed the energy of yin and evil. Under this pool, Hu Kong is almost hidden. Then, under the shocked eyes of everyone, Hu Kong used his trump card, the Diamond B, to make him explode. I want to pull Chak Suan into the water. The result was easily destroyed by Chu Xuan. Feel Chu Xuan's killing intent. Will move out his master empty. He also wants to threaten Chu Xuan to let him live. Chu Xuan directly froze through his head. As a demon cultivator, he was not scared. Even the geniuses of Jinlong Temple are no match for Chu Xuan. How can other Chuji modifiers resist? Chu Xuankun was slaughtered into the air. Li Xuanyu went forward to express his life, saving grace to Chu Xuan. Wu Ke sees this. I have to sigh with emotion that it is hidden so deeply. But as a demon cultivator, it is not appropriate for the sixth child to go out. How can I notify the other party? The next group of people came to the basement. I saw that Jin Danjing when Lao ancestor. The ancestor heard footsteps. I thought someone was coming to draw his blood again, but I didn't expect to hear the voice of my disciple. When he looked up, Liu Zhangsheng has helped him unravel the landscape. Looking at Wang, he laughed excitedly. Liu Zhangsheng hurriedly offered the big blood bead. Let your master heal. Gobble in a bucket. Chen Chuan and the others have already watched. The body of a tall building. Get up right again. Not much. When Wang brought everyone to a place for healing. The injury is just something that makes Chu Xuan strange. This is obviously the side of the authentic martial arts sect, but no one came to encircle and suppress. At this moment, Chu Xuan felt all the movements of the evil soul. It turned out that he had emptied the soul before. Also thrown into the haunting house. Now two souls devour each other. The winner is about to be decided. Not surprisingly, a genius who is a financial temple will be empty. But he has an anti-bone heart. Saying this, Tuquan gave him a whip directly. And he started beating them. 2.5 minutes later, Hui Kong's soul was almost scattered. Of course, the anti-bone in his heart was also broken. Don't dare to make mistakes. Seeing this, Zhuan Dao is satisfied. Then he just has to extract other modifications. The soul is crowded and will be swallowed empty to make it stronger. His demonic soul will also gradually increase. This is Wei Hua indicating that Chu Xuanwan's ancestor has left the customs. Let him go. On the other side, inside the cave, Wang began to be curious. How did they rescue him? With Zhuanyi not taking credit, she said all this happened. Liu Zhangsheng also praised Chu Xuan as if he had descended from heaven. There are also large blood beads for healing, which are also provided by Chu Xuan. In short, everything is because of Chu Xuan. Until Chu Xuan arrived at this time. Longing, silent, thinking about this. The name makes no impression. Wait for Liu Zhangsheng to explain. Chu Xuan was before the sect was destroyed. He is still a disciple of Chair Practice wife. After the fall, it advanced by leaps and bounds. Practice 1,000 miles a day. Promoted to foundry in just 2.5 years. This stunned Wang, the Jindan. Such qualifications will definitely enter Jindan Avenue in the future. This good seedling must stay by his side for his own use. Therefore, he also asked Chu Xuan, would you like to worship him as your teacher? For the follow-up Jindan offensive method, Chu Xuan was defeated under the Shadowless Gate. Happy? Wang looked at Li Xuanyu and the others. Indicate whether you're willing to worship him as a teacher. The result goes without saying. No one will refuse. And then it's self-supporting. Li Xuanyu is the elder senior sister. Liu Zhangsheng is the second senior brother. Wu Ke is the third senior brother. Chu Xuan is the youngest. But Li Xuanyu also understands. When Wang first accepted Chu Xuan as a disciple, the value in his heart is definitely above him. Liu Zhangsheng wondered where they should go next. When Wang is a rhetorical question, who divided the land of the 3 states of the Wuji sect? It turns out that Tongzhou was swallowed by Kobelko East. Jiangzhou is divided equally by Jinlong Temple. Wu, the rich and fertile land in the northern part of the state, was acquired by Yulin Mountain, the wild land of southern Wuzhou. That is, this is where you enter Gui Cheonyaimen. This also means that Yumen will suffer a big loss tomorrow. You know, during the Siege of the Promise. 2 golden peels died at Cheonyaimen. So, the distribution of the spoils is not even, and there must be resentment. Soon everyone reacted. It was at this moment that a person came from outside the cave. It is Chu Xuan, an elder of Cheonyaimen. They were right. When Wang is going to switch to Tiayi Gate. Although there is no shadow, get to know Zhao Wuya, the head of Tiayi sect. But actually, it is also because of Wang, the golden core, plus the techniques and spells of Wuji sect. And so many county embellishments. Zhang Yiman has no reason to refuse. Can openly accept magic practitioners? Zhang Yiman will definitely swallow. Therefore, the southern part of Wuzhou was assigned to the barbarian. The wasteland was decided by the top management of Zhang Yiman. Let Wang Wang and the others open up by themselves. No need to go back to Zhang Yiman Mountain Gate. The sect will also provide training resources. Wang Wang is very satisfied with this. Zhao Wuya looked at Li Xuan at this time. He expressed his willingness to risk his life. Go to rescue Wen Wang. As a disciple friend, this kind of enlightenment is also appreciated by the sect, and he thought it was Li Xuan's palm control. Directly interrupted by Wen Wang. Then he looked at Zhu Xuan. Soon Zhao Wuya learned. Zhu Xuan lived in Zhihui in just a few years. Kong Kuqi and other geniuses were also killed by him. That shocked him. Although it is true. But Wen Wang is so crazy and also a famous teacher. Zhao Wuya. Now I meet for the first time as Zhu Xuan's poetry book. Shouldn't mean heard? Zhao Wuya gave Zhu Xuan a copy of Ancient Insect Medicine. Wen Wang also gave out to exercises. Next up is Zhu Xuan and the others. Open up their own caves. Zhu Xuan chose a waterfall. He soon completed building his cave abode. Zhu Xuan has been wandering in the world of immortal cultivation for many years. Finally have their own side of the world. And just got the ancient Bugixu. The bloodworm kept sending thoughts of wanting to devour. According to the bloodworm book, bloodworm should be ancient. One of the descendants of the golden swallowing blood mother. Possibility of phagocytic hemorrhage. Fancy does not hesitate to spin here. Devour the hemorrhage to the blood wire. The benefits are clearly diminishing. Bloodworm begins to thrive. About to turn 2, and it takes months. Zhu Xuan doesn't intend to waste time in the world of immortal cultivation. As soon as he returned to the apocalyptic world, he was told by his subordinates. A two-headed python appeared in Longjiang City. It's over 50 meters long. He was chased by General Lin 2 months ago. Escaped through the Longjiang River Basin. After arriving in East Lake City, this two-headed python not only ravaged the city. He also entered the Shadow Soul Redemption Array. Just enter for a moment and rush out. This also aroused Zhu Xuan's curiosity. The two-headed python was not strangled by the Yin Fiend. He became interested in its soul. With this colleague, Lin Qiao, commander of General Lin at the border of East Lake City, also searching for traces of double-headed Meng, he looked at Wang Jianggong, asked him for advice. Of course Wang Jianggong wants them to. Go ask the cultivator from Hayotai Hotel to take action. But Lin Qiao doesn't believe in any cultivators at all. General, you said, just a special superhuman? Suddenly, they noticed something underwater. Another commander immediately ordered King Ra. But I didn't expect it to be a double-headed Meng who took the initiative to attack. General Lin immediately launched fire coverage. Double-headed Meng actually died under a heart weapon. This is the scene. Zhu Xuan, who was also searched, saw it in his eyes. Just when Zhu Xuan was a little bored. Smart and confident smile. Double-headed Meng had been seriously injured by them before. It's impossible to get out alive this time. He's getting ready to organize a recovery of the body. Don't let double-head Meng just fake death. He was swallowed in one bite. The weight was reversed, which caught Chakshuang's attention. He didn't expect double-headed Meng to be so cunning. Then spare his soul for his use. With such a personality, Zhu Xuando is assured to let him guard one side. That beautiful woman leads a death. Completely angered these Lin generals. Their respective extraordinary abilities begin to show. Can be double-headed as a third-level hand. Bullying is terrifying. He deliberately angered General Lin by showing weakness to the enemy, bring them into the water and fight on his turf. The next thing surprised Zhu Xuan. Because he found that in the double-headed manga, murderous aura was found in the body, and the two-headed Meng can also control the murderous aura on the forest. General launches attack. And under the cover of murderous intent, all General Lin is miserable. They are powerless to resist with two-headed horses. Despair spread in the hearts of the people. I thought I was going to be buried in a double-headed mouth. Just then, a dazzling sword light pierced the murderous aura of the double-headed reckless. Zhu Xuan's figure is like a guard, appeared in their eyes. Black Bee security was overjoyed. Because they know they're not going to die. Zhu did not do it himself. Just summoned his own slip. A dedicated lad. One punch shattered a double-headed head. General Lin was stunned. What shocked them even more? Zhao Long's next strike. It directly tore the two-headed python's body in half. However, although the two-headed python has mutated, but also its biological properties, he didn't die the first time he was beheaded. He also wanted to attack Zhu Xuan with evil spirits. Others were very concerned. But little do they know that these evil spirits belong to Chujuan, directly sucked into the body in reverse. As for the double head, Chujuan burned his body, pulled his soul out. Ignore the crowd and leave the water. And the scene of Chujuan pumping his soul, naturally, it was seen by the public. In addition, Chujuan met and left. Some of them believed in Chujuan, the legendary cultivator. I also regret not asking Chujuan to take action at the first time. Otherwise, they wouldn't have died so many brothers. As for Chujuan, he came to a place of yin and evil. The rich yin evil energy made him very comfortable. This vitality also made him very satisfied. Next, he placed the soul of the two-headed python. Just because the soul of this two-headed python is very strange, not only afraid of ordinary creatures, unbearable yin-che initialized, can also absorb and wash, sooner or later this year, where you can become a powerful evil soul. Chujuan also found a treasure. At the same time, at the headquarters of the Transcendent Association in Hanhai Province, a beautiful royal sister, keep saying collect all. Advanced zombie gathering place, a teenager quickly arranged the right person to go and dump. It turns out that the teenager has awakened an extraordinary brain talent. It's like a strategist in the passing gang. At this time, they also received a double-headed busy from Linjiang province. Dead news. The boy heard the words unfortunately. The three of them are the same age. To dead are only 70% likely to be stopped, rather than killing. But when the royal sister gave the information to the boy to watch, shocked his worldview. Sword flight, soul pumping, etc. Isn't it the legendary fairy spell? But the boy immediately denied it. Start judging Chujuan Yu. 52% are likely to stimulate the superhuman. 20% are likely to be 5G superstars. Then according to the type of talent that controls the loss of awakening, 55% chance it has something to do with the brain. This judgment is one. The boy decided to leave the boat gang where he was. The boss of the boat gang looks at the remaining and combined production. Ask them if they really want to leave. Send the rest to indicate they were both dying. Rescued by the captain. Now it's been a year. They used their talents. Repayment for saving lives. The captain sighed. He knows better than to people who lost their memories at that time. So I need the help of a powerful brain superhuman. The so-called immortals in Linjiang province, someone who fits their goals. Half a year has passed. In the yin evil formation arranged by Chujuan, a soaring evil spirit broke the silence. It turned out that Chujuan broke through to the fourth floor of the pillar base, entered the ranks of mid-column modification. But with his background, the decoration of the fifth and sixth floors of the foundation building is still not afraid. It also consumes all the stored blood beads. Now all the zombies in Dong whose city have been killed again. He can only go to nearby cities to find new zombies. Soon after, the Shuanglong family continued to thrive. The two worked hard. After half a year, I will finally arrive in East Lake City. They didn't go to Chuzu immediately. Instead, it is about to kill a level for zombie creature. Pick up the psionic core as a gift and give it to Chujuan. But just when it's time to get ready to shoot. But they saw that Chujuan came to their sky. Chujuan guard stone outside, scanning around surprised him. There is a lost mother hidden under the ground of this tall building. Losing a mother is like later, as long as the little zombies keep feeding. He can produce a steady stream of zombie eggs. Robust storage. Instantly want to build a zombie farm. He summoned his 3 corpse feet. The 3 divisions massacre. I'm a little surprised that I remember better than the 2. It can be used in the calculation of syngenesis. These 3 heads have been lost. There is only a 35% chance of killing the 4th level master. Sure enough, the next second, under the order of the teacher, the little zombie attacked the little leopard. They blew themselves up in an instant. The leopard was also injured by the gas. Chujuan became more and more interested. Although the little leopard only stumbled at level 8. Can blow him up. This extraordinary creature from planet Aquamarine does have some strength. The syngenesis on the side is also calculating Chujuan. How many victories were there? At that time, if you make another move, you can sell Chujuan a favor. But they only regarded Chujuan as a supernatural being. All calculations are doomed to be wrong. And Chujuan is indeed going to take care of this master lady himself. He just happened to want to experiment with new spells. Then his subordinates hit the low-grade formation and sealed the formation. When the teacher broke through the ground, Chujuan hooked his finger to gently clamp down on the fire of the blood chain. Immediately, the raging flames burned on all the zombies. The painful mistress is screaming. You can even run in Seal Town. And the so-called blood training is fire. Only smelting creatures. Poetry can only be born. In other words, the more poems, it will only make the fire stronger. This scene treats the remaining two. They never thought of it. Chujuan also has elemental talent. Could it be a dual talent? Nuclear production can sense the temperature of the flame. At least above 1,500 degrees Celsius. I also understand that he just miscalculated. Chujuan's strength did not require their help at all. As for Chujuan, he didn't want to kill. He took his life back after he begged for mercy. Then the three of them carried him. Meet Weidong City. And the gifts that the remaining talent to Chujuan are gone. They decided to kill level 4 creatures again. Shortly after, the empty space next to the Hayotai Hotel, the bottle was pushed out of a huge farm. Chujuan ordered them. No one is allowed to approach from now on, because it was here that Chujuan wanted to place the virgin. Plenty of food will be provided every day. Let him give birth to little zombies, and these little zombies will become a breeding ground for Ganoderma lucidum. So, the meat is too minced. Ganoderma lucidum, such as blood demon buds, can be mass-produced, and every time a little zombie is killed by Ganoderma lucidum, drain your energy and die. Chujuan can also obtain a merit for this. You can kill multiple birds with one stone, through a month's time. Chujuan refined the 4-lay yin evil spell. Blood evil Kuyan. Its main function is to condense 3 to 7 black figures. Hidden in his own shadow. Once attacked, can automatically withstand 3 fatal injuries. Even with injuries. Take your life. Suddenly, the 3 masters and apprentices attracted Chujuan's attention. It turned out that they all broke through to the first level, one after another. City corner. That is, the equivalent of human modification of the cast base. Mainly because of the zombie farm arranged by Chujuan. They harvest meat. Tai Suai refining, Tai Suai Dangong and the others practice. And Chujuan's blood, Y, has also completed the second turn. However, he looked at the yin evil formation with a frown. Just because of the efficiency of the yin che generated every day, it is no longer enough to support his cultivation. So Chujuan decided to cultivate the world of immortals by a new array. He also brought the 2-headed python back. Let him guard his cave. After this period of time, the yin evil che is absorbed, plus the arranged array. Even the 6th floor of the foundation building can't break into his territory. And Chujuan who left. Suddenly, I saw familiar people, Wei Hua and others. The powerful breath of Peking opera. After seeing Shai Chujuan, they breathed a sigh of relief. Chujuan glanced at the mortal craftsman kneeling on the ground. He turned around and asked the little fat man what happened. The little fat man nodded. Shou Wu, state native, he plotted against a Jindan elder of Tiayu sect. Now, Chuanyaiman must be fully clear to the natives of Wuzhou. Chujuan was not surprised by this. Tiayu Gate could have swept the indigenous door plate of Wuzhou. It's just that I promised myself to be the right way. I can't find an excuse to shoot. If you catch the handle this time, you will definitely come out of the Qing dynasty. The little fat man told Chujuan. The Heavenly Sect has taken the lead in dispatching a group of cultivators. It's just that these people are a little down. Chujuan knows this too well. War comes with fall. No one wants to be the first. And the first ones to go to the battlefield either didn't film or a victim of the struggle. So these people, in order to improve their strength, already ignored even the magic way means. And the resulting black. Chujuan was somewhat interested. After Chujuan arrived at Highs, it's already easy to disguise and easy to commit. He found blood beads. Bone worms are sold openly. Purchase 2. Yu Ronghu's right path modification. This one is hanging. Put things you can't use. Leave it to the little fat man to sell. I can give him a cut. The little fat man opened the storage bag and took a look. The good stuff in it scared his jaw off. Naturally, it also attracted the attention of others. Chujuan directly sent Zibao out to be his bodyguard. It also makes other people blind. While Chujuan came to the corner where the black market manager was. But just as he was about to enter, he was stopped by the guards. Chujuan released the breath of the pillar strike and taught him a lesson. Remember that he's just doing his duty. Spare his life. Then ask him to call the master. Signal that there is allowed medical talk. Chujuan didn't wait long. A man who called himself Lao Han approached him. Needless to say, this person also used disguise surgery. Chujuan doesn't care. He says what he wants. They are the great formation of soul refining due to evil, anaerobic array. Soul return blood evil array. This sentence stunned Lao Han. These have been waiting for the devil for a while. Of course he doesn't have it here. There is only one foundation Zhongping's evil raising formation built. Chujuan doesn't seem satisfied. He said that he could give a book of secrets of the magic way formation as a gift. Maybe you can figure something out. Then combine with other formations. So as to meet the requirements, Chu Xuan took a look and decided to buy it. But when Chu Xuan uses the axe of the big blood bead, but Luo Han was surprised. He had never heard of the city being buried there. And Chu Xuan's top quality orange blood beads are worth 50 pieces. Snacks only need to pay for 10 pieces. Transaction completed. What did Chu Xuan think of when he was ready to take it away? Ask Luo Han if he has any second turn bones. Luo Han himself did not. However, he knows a professional, the spirit insect Taoist who raised ancient insects. It's just not on the black market right now. In this regard, Chu Xuan gave an introduction fee and a biography of his mother and son. After the birth is completed, there will be severe sentences. Luo Han has no impression of hesitation. He watched Chu Xuan leave. Greed in my heart. He believed in Chu Xuan. The leader definitely has a lot of university writings, but Chu Xuan's calm spiritual power and the disguise technique that can't see the slightest flaw. Let him get rid of the idea of black eating black. Chu Xuan glanced at him. Laughing in my heart is still lost. Next, Chu Xuan returned to the doomsday world. Start studying the array. After the baptism of merit, his array talent is very good. A few days, he combined the soul shooting formation with the evil shaking formation. Once the formation is set up, the creatures within the range will be taken away and die. The resentment produced by death combines with yin chair. Finally condensed into the chair of yin and evil. Its efficiency will far exceed that of the yin evil soul reaper. And those living souls. It will turn into a ghost again under the action of the yin evil chair. It can also strengthen the 10,000 soul sails. It's a win-win. So Chu Xuan stared at the killing front of the Shuanglong family. Presumably with a rich entanglement speed. It should be enough for him to experiment. Suddenly, these murderous fronts were out of luck. Under the great formation of Zhu Zhuangsen, their souls are drawn out by the sound. Zhu Xuan is releasing the souls in the myriad souls domain. Start killing each other with these killers. It causes resentment and yin chair to react quickly. The beginning of a continuous cycle is forming. This way, Chu Xuan every once in a while. You can harvest a lot of evil energy. After that, Chu Xuan returned to the world of cultivation. His stuff was sold by the little fat man for 2,000 snacks. According to the agreement, he threw it to the little fat man to 110. At this time, his mother to childbirth responded. Waiting for Chu Xuan to come to the black market. Then I saw the clinical Taoist in the mouth of Luo Han. Generally, people who raise bones need to be lodged in the body. A flesh and blood organ modification often suffer trans effects. Taoist Linzong who sells chair and blood like firewood. See Chu Xuan of Yashu Linzong. I can't believe he's raising ancient insects. But when Chu Xuan released the bleeding, the steel wire directly shocked Taoist Linzong. He didn't expect such a low-level ancient insect as blood wire can be promoted to 2. He wanted to buy Chu Xuan's ancient insects. Of course Chu Xuan is not willing to sell. Next, Chu Xuan asked him what bone forms he had. Taoist spirit insect. There are 3 kinds here. They are feeding subcutaneous reinforcement. Iron armor sheath to modify the skin of the flesh. Feeding the brain can strengthen spiritual sense. Nourishing insects that modify and manipulate multiple magic artifacts. And raised in the forest. Push modification. The excess spiritual power cultivated every day is stored in the body. Linhai, which can be released while defending against the enemy. 3,800 in total. This is obviously a family in these extraordinary times. Plus triceps. Potential is also a two-column machine. There's no room for improvement. Chu Xuan sucked the idea of buying it and decided to breed. Hearing the words, Taoist spirit insect had a marking face. Although ancient insects can mate and reproduce with each other, but don't say the deformity. The survival rate is extremely low. Chu Xuan is too lazy to talk nonsense with him. I learned that 5 is a temporary breeding. He let the blood wire mate with the triceps once. After that, he got 3 boneworm eggs. Chu Xuan is confident in his own merits. Absolutely good stuff can hatch. Sure enough, after the shell of the grainworm egg is broken, except after sending it with the cub in the iron shell. Supine worms and Forest the children of the children survived one after another. And not only do they each inherit the advantages of the mother worm, also reach the 3rd transfer qualification. As long as there is enough flesh and blood, they can be promoted to 3rd transition without any hindrance. Brain insects are comparable to Jindan. Chu Xuan couldn't wait to integrate them into his body. Soon he felt his spiritual power, and spiritual sense has increased a bit, connected to the merits obtained by Hu Kong. He can control the evil soul institute, and 1 hunt turned over and moved together. Seeing this, Chu Xuan is very satisfied. You know, even the base. Mid to late modifications are difficult to push at the same time. Move 3 magic weapons, but with the assistance of ancient insects, Yu Xuan can surpass them. This is the advantage of demons. After experimenting with the ability of the newborn worm, received a transmission message from Liu Zhengsheng. The intensity of the war between Chen Yimen and Wu Zhou has increased. A second batch of monks was dispatched. Among them is Uncle Jindan. Zhao Wu used to disciples. Liu Zhengsheng also asked Chu Zhuan to meet him. In his introduction, the two are middle-aged modifiers of Lu Ying. And young people modify normal green. In Chu Zhuan's surface compliment, he noticed, Lu Ying is the spiritual path after the black market is easy to melt. Lu Ying did not recognize Chu Zhuan. He just came to inform. Some time ago, the three Jindan seniors. It includes the masters of Chu Zhuan and others. Together, they took the tremendous support of the Mist State, leading to the offensive of the indigenous sects, so it became incredibly ferocious. The first batch came to Wu. The state's heavenly Yingate retouching suffered heavy losses, so the higher-ups decided. The second batch of participants included Chu Zhuan. Their auspicious sounds pervade. Hearing this, Chu Zhuan felt a ridge in his heart. He only has 4 levels of foundation building now, although it has beaten 6 layers of decoration. But in the face of the late stage of foundation building, it is difficult to have a brain core that will win. May attend the ceremony. He can't refuse. But on the way, Liu Zhangsheng explained Wuzhou to Chu Zhuan in detail. The usual means of the indigenous sect. Just like a jade drum for a ghost refiner. In fact, it is no different from the devil. Liu Zhangsheng did not know that Chu Zhuan had broken through the middle stage of the foundation. He took out a magic axe that sealed the tiger's soul of the base stage for Chu Zhuan to save his life. Seeing this, Chu Zhuan couldn't help but sigh in his heart. Liu Zhangsheng really regards himself as a junior brother. Not long after, Lu Ying announced their main mission this time is to capture Wuzhou, one of the 12 most powerful sects. And Chu Zhuan was arranged to go to Iron Line Mountain. That is a subsidiary sect of Qionzhong sect. One of the larger doors only has a live machine. There is no fine single bag in the initial modification testimony. However, there has been an unknown foregone Iron Line Mountain recently. Residence period of 3 Qianyaimen. The grooming is trapped inside. One of them is the East Gate, a direct descendant of Jindan. Chu Zhuan's main task is to rescue them. A few hours later, Chu Zhuan, who came to the Iron Line, became more and more cautious. He couldn't see through the blood-red mist. Fortunately, if there is any danger, he can return directly to the apocalyptic world through the mirror. Just then, a figure fell on him. Chu Zhuanding looked in the mirror. This modification has been parasitized by iron nematode, and the ones who did it were to Qianyaimen decorators. They also came to Jiwan when they saw Chu Zhuan, then introduce each other. Chu Zhuan is not a lone ranger either. After all, there are dangers and you can use them as a cushion. Suddenly a monk shouted for help. The two of them looked at him coldly. Not to mention that it has been parasitized by the vertical iron worm and cannot live. Only he's a loose cultivator who cast a foundation by luck. It's destined to be cannon fodder. However, what happened next was unexpected. Although the strength of the two is not as high as his, but we didn't even get along for an hour. The guy who built the 3rd floor of the foundation, it was parasitized by ancient insects. Chu Zhuan turned around and left. Even he can't do it quietly. But the idea of pulling the back is successful. The remaining person helped him block an injury. He cultivated the blood evil Ku Yian. The spell double blocked another deadly attack for him. Although I escaped this time, a choice that can feel the danger of the battlefield, or decided to go to Doomsday Dog for a while. Wait until he reaches the 7th floor of foundation building and then return to the immortal cultivation world. And you have to find that person outside the inn. What exactly happened to this intelligence error? An apocalyptic world. Come to the yin evil array he arranged to practice. It's just that even if there is a huge amount of yin, the name of evil chair, but because Chu Zhuan is only a trivial tree root. If you want to improve your realm quickly, you can't do it. With his current realm, he can't make up for the spiritual root. But it's not impossible. The blood fiend demon refining elf he cultivated, there is a way to recreate the acquired spirit body. The evil-eyed spirit body of the day after tomorrow is the most suitable for him. Just want to be slender. It needs to be swallowed every 3 days. A total of 33 times is required. The end of the world. Is there any insight he needs? During Chu Zhuan's search, accidentally discovered a mushroom city. Wait for him to step in. These mushrooms will also launch buns to attack Chu Zhuan. An open flame burned them clean. And he's in Han Hai. He remembered that his subordinates reported. The forces entrenched here are reported. At the same time, due to the terrifying parasitic ability of mushrooms, even the smallest wound will be infected and parasitized by mushroom buns, completely become a monster. So the boat gang also suffered heavy losses. And not only that, even Longjiang City in Linjiang province, it's completely mushroom-like. General Ling can be said to have been wiped out. Yunanshan disappeared. Now the only way the boat gang can think of to survive: escape to the sea by boat. But just then, a figure approached them. He calls himself the Stinky Imperial Ant. Obviously, not a mushroom man turned into a parasite. That is to say, extraordinary creatures, but a supernatural being who can speak human language. It's also the first time I've seen everyone in Chuanbang. Everyone was shocked. The stinky imperial ant also doesn't act. His goal is flesh and blood. Turn the world into a mushroom. Suddenly a crow kept shouting at him. Quickly withdraw. The stinky imperial ant a little unwilling. He almost melted all the mushrooms in Hanhai province. But the crow said, "This is the order of his eldest brother Devil Umbrella," but it was too late. At least the streamer. The crow froze to death. The stinky imperial ant is bound by the evil soul. Disappeared under the eyes of the boat gang. The boss combines what the crow said. I have realized that it was the immortal in Linjiang province who made the move. As for Wang Sanzi, who was captured by Chu Zhuan, he was really curious. In the world of immortal cultivation, live base monsters, they all want to condense the liner in the body to speak human language. But what made him most curious was, why does this Wang Sanzi know of his existence? Watch him shut up. Chu Zhuan has some means to deal with mushrooms. Under the flames. The aroma of roasted mushrooms is overwhelming. Wang Sanson finally couldn't stand the pain. Said it was a warning from his eldest brother. They are 4 brothers. Respectively for the boss Devil Umbrella. The second child hugs the girl, come to son of Shigeru and his 4th stinky imperial ant. Wang Sanson wanted Chu Zhuan to let him go. It means that the 4 brothers have no intention of making an enemy of him. However, the next second, Chu Zhuan exposed him with one mouth. Why are you still secretly releasing buns without hostility? I'm afraid I want to send a signal. I want to mushroom it too. Jian Jimu was exposed. The buns controlled by Wang Sanson launched an attack on Chu Zhuan. But it was randomly moved to the spell by Chu Zhuan. But what interested him was Wang Sanson's attack. It can already be modified with the midterm training. But Chu Zhuan was not prepared to let him go. Turn it into a grilled mushroom. Feed 3 corpse poisons. At this time, the little tiger ate the yellow shiny psionic core. Chu Zhuan took a look. Discover the strength of the psionic energy surging in it, far more than any he had ever seen. The psionic core of extraordinary creatures, although it has not yet reached the level of a spiritual object with visual attributes. But Chu Zhuan has a way to make up for him. He comes outside, arranged a biomu fish farming array, and manufacturing wood property Suzuki, requires a wooden embryo. And in large quantities as a nutrient. Attribute creatures now have an attribute embryo. As for living beings, Chu Zhuan has his eyes on Wang Sanson's mushroom army. For Mushroom Brothers, boss Devil Umbrella, I already know the news that the 4th stinky imperial ant was arrested. In the face of the 3rd cuckold army, ask if you want to go to the rescue. Devil Umbrella directly vetoes. It's scary fresh, but he knows it. So the Devil Umbrella decided to call the second child back. Be convinced for a while. Wait until the storm passes. Don't be too late. Chu Zhuan has found them. 2 brothers see this. I was so flustered. But the sun is still shining. Ask Chu Zhuan what they are talking about. Chu Zhuan was outspoken. Send them down to meet the royal ant. As soon as the words come out, the Devil Umbrella will do it immediately. Summon their army of mushroom men. But this scene made Chu Zhuan excited. After all, he needs a large number of eye attribute creatures. So he summoned his teachers. Let them catch the mushroom man. The Green Hat army wanted to sneak attack Chu Zhuan, but was easily killed. Seeing Chu Zhuan's strength is so amazing. Only after the devil scattered did he really see the horror of immortals. He understood that Chu Zhuan would not let him go. Wait, so he directly used his trump cards and big moves. That's the yo-yo of 36 strategies. And there was something to look forward to. I was speechless. This black scattered wisdom is quite high. If you know you can't beat it, run away. But how could he escape from Chu Zhuan's hands? After being caught, 2 flames flashed in the forest. The 2 brothers were refined into spiritual embryos by Chu Zhuan. It's a pity that he's old and gone. Otherwise, you can catch it all in one go. A few hours later, when the second child, abalone mushroom, comes back, sensing the lingering scent of terror, he understood what had happened. Do you know that there can be no more flow here? Suddenly he turned his head. Who was angry river? I saw a small grass appear in front of the abalone mushroom. Abalone mushrooms know him. Call it small. The grass king originally had no news about it. It was the king of grass who told the 4 brothers. So abalone mushroom, I also want to unite with the king of grass to deal with beginners. Unexpectedly, the next second he just said the words. He was directly killed by the king of grass. In the last remnant consciousness of the abalone mushroom, he wanted to know why. In fact, it is because he moved. The idea of killing Chu Zhuan, he didn't want to die. In fact, the king of grass was Chu Zhuan. When bathing in virtuous gold, the naked grass, It is also because of merit that he has opened his spiritual wisdom. Therefore, he was well aware of the terrifying nature of immortals. I never want to meet Chu Zhuan. At the same time, on the other side, Chu Zhuan grabbed the mushroom man, put it all in the array. And so many. It can shorten the travel time of Lingwu to half a year. This also made Chu Zhuan decide not to take full responsibility. Kill all the mushroom people. You should support a few mushroom people. Reach the level of the 4 mushroom brothers. In this way, more wood attribute spirits can be created. But mushroom catchers cultivate something. Chu Zhuan didn't want to waste his useful time. It's just that suddenly, the tabloid Mo showed Chu Zhuan at this time. Humans from Black Bee Security came to find him. It turned out that after General Lin was completely defeated, Black Bee Security has lost its backer. Now, mushroom people are rampant. Black Bee boss Wang Jianggong, for my hundreds of brothers. I want to ask Chu Zhuan for protection. Looking at the silent hero. When they are a little disappointed, Chu Zhuan came before them. Wang Jianggong's words have long been heard. Chu Zhuan thinks, it's not impossible for these people to catch mushrooms. Watch them crave. Chu Zhuan only reluctantly agreed. Just when Wang Jianggong and the two were ecstatic, Chu Zhuan took advantage of the situation and put forward his request. However, Chu Zhuan also had something to say first. The courage to betray the lower 18 layers of hell is dear. The two are also respectful and dare not have two hearts. But I heard Chu Zhuan next ask them to catch the mushroom man. It's not that Wang Jianggong doesn't want to, but their strength is only second level. It's hard to deal with ordinary mushrooms. Chu Zhuan threw them to third level psionic cores. But the supernatural cannot swallow. Devour cores that are higher than your own level. Otherwise, the breakthrough fails. It can also become a bloodthirsty monster. However, these problems are not problems in Chu Zhuan's opinion. He just wanted to see the attitude of Wang Jianggong and others, so they stopped talking. Immediately swallow the third level Linman core. Next second, a powerful energy was extinguished in the bodies of the two. Make them miserable. Chu Zhuan saw at a glance that this state was very similar. Obsessed. And the solution is very simple. Just inject external spiritual power, just dredge their stagnant meridians. Sure enough, with the help of Chu Zhuan's spiritual power, Wang Jianggong and the two successfully broke through to 3 seasons. Extraordinaires are happy and shocked. More is unbelievable. Is this the immortal method? Chu Zhuan glanced at them. He confessed his life and completed his task well. The loud impression of 2 people in classical Chinese. Half a year passed quickly. Chu Zhuan has also broken through to the 6th floor of the pillar base, but you need to break through the later 7 layers. It's not that simple. Add resources to Chu Zhuan's spiritual roots. It takes 2 or 3 years. Chu Zhuan can't wait for this time. After all, Qianyaiman, the battlefield is probably coming to an end. Chu Zhuan still wants to enter the market and get a share of the soup, so he decided to go check it out. The wood attribute spirit of the Baimu Yanglan Great Array. Are you mature? With a steady supply of mushroom people, a batch of wood attribute spirits have matured. 3 of the largest. It is enough to be in the category of spirit objects in the construction machine. The rest also have low-grade spirits. These are enough for Chu Zhuan to cultivate into evil eyes. As for the spirit body, as for more, I attribute spirits. Chu Zhuan can even take it back to the cultivation world to trade. Next, Chu Zhuan couldn't wait to go to practice. Under the continuous swallowing of the spiritual object of the I attribute, 99 days have passed. I saw that Chu Zhuan exuded a rich life. A huge screen appeared behind him. This represents Chu Zhuan. The evil-eyed spirit body has been cultivated to the small town, although it is only an acquired spirit body, but the speed of cultivation, it will far exceed those middle-grade spiritual roots. Suddenly Chu Zhuan's face turned serious. A sharp explosion broke out on him. It's a column base. The huge barrier between the middle and late chair. Under the perfusion of the meridians of the evil-eyed spirit body, easily broken through. Breakthrough column and Chu point on the 7th floor. For the next opportunity of Qianyaiman. More confident, Chu Zhuan of the 7th floor of Foundation Building returned to the world of immortal cultivation. He happened to bump into the Wuzhou indigenous sect powerhouse. Oppressed, the disciples of Tia Yi said, I'm going to die. Brothers and sisters who used to fight together. He directly pushed the unsuspecting junior brother out. To get yourself an escape event. But before he could run far, I heard the native who played with them. The strong scream. It was Chu Zhuan who made a move. Just crush this aboriginal at will. He was terrified. See Chu Zhuan waving to him. I thought it was a strong member of the same family who came to the rescue. He hurriedly cried and thanked Chu Zhuan for saving his life. Unexpectedly, Chu Zhuan didn't care about his apology at all, after beheading him together. Mainly because he spent 10 months on Blue Ocean Star. according to the 10-to-1 time lapse. It's only been a month in the world of cultivation. He wants to see what's happening this month. Just an aboriginal decoration, a memory modified by heavenly yin gate, can confirm each other. Soon, under Chujuan's soul search, he learned that for a month, both sex. More than 30 people died in the life modification. But Qianzong Pai uses Wuzhou's terrain. Subordinates of Zhugong even seriously injured one, Elder Jindan of Chunyimen. But Chujuan found something wrong. There are not many golden pills in Qianzong Pai. It can't stop the door of providence at all. Unless it is in another country. For righteous sects are helping to push the waves. Wanna let Tia gate? Constant consumption in this struggle. Finally, take advantage of the fatigue of Tiaigate to divide it up. In addition, Chujuan also learned that he lost respect for all things. Also accepted a new apprentice named Chen Jiaofeng. Chen Jiaofeng won it 5 days ago. A superb magic weapon of Qianzong Pai. Only now trapped on the wire. Chujuan's eyes moved slightly, obviously eyeing that top-quality magic weapon. At the same time, Liu Zhengsheng on the other side. He and Li Xuanyu also came to Iron Line Mountain. The main purpose is to find the missing Chujuan and Chen Jiaofeng, and it was used by Chujuan as DMB before. Zhou Yu, who escaped with a life-saving fashion suit. Before learning that he had met Chujuan. He was also brought here by Liu Zhengsheng and the others, and the intelligence officer who gave the wrong information. He was directly kidnapped, and that's why Li Xuanyuezi is willing to come. Not to find Chujuan, but also eyeing Chen Jiaofeng. The best magic weapon in hand, only Liu Zhengsheng is alone. Sincerely to find the trail of the two. As they went deeper into the Iron Wire Mountain, suddenly encountered a large number of supplementary attacks. Liu Zhengsheng recognized at a glance that it was an ancient insect, black-backed beetle. He took his breath out of his arms. Bone worms flying out of the bushes. It's easy to shred the black-backed beetle. It turns out that the light armor line released by Liu Zhengsheng, it specializes in eating black-backed beetles. It can also be said to be a nemesis. Just then, the fragile Zhou Yu was targeted by the attackers. However, when his life was on the line, Liu Zhengsheng snapped his fingers. Something flew out of Zhou Yu's right arm. Then it turned into a big green hand. Lock up the attacker. Seeing this, Zhou Yu was shocked. He didn't expect that when Liu Zhengsheng explained to him. They put a bone on him. Now he felt the horror of the devil cultivator deeply. He also wanted to learn magic cultivation methods. Colleague Li Xuanyu is ready to search for the soul. Suddenly he opened his eyes and realized something was wrong. The person in front of me is not a machine modification at all. But it's too late. I saw the figure of the tree Taoist fall, surrounded by Liu Zhengsheng and others. At their feet, another one appeared. Positive. And they were attacked by wolves. Li Xuanyu quickly recognized. It is the wolf soul killing formation of the middle grade of the building machine. The energy of the formation has not been exhausted. These wolves will keep coming back to life. And the man who was caught by Liu Zhengsheng. Without a word, it actually blew up. Although it doesn't hurt Li Xuanyu and other humans. But in the face of the attack of the wolf soul, Liu Zhengsheng activated his trump card technique, the black thin demon body. I just didn't wait for him to show his power. The entertainers who besieged them took out something. Then Liu Zhengsheng returned to his original state. And this thing is the incense of blood. It is also the weakness of the black thin demon body. Just when Liu Zhengsheng didn't understand his weakness. Why is it exposed? That man is sarcastic. Show them that they have a good point of view, as soon as this comes out, so that the two of them are not due to Lebik Suwon. He shouted angrily that Chen Jiaofeng got out. Sure enough, sell their news. It is the little poison that all things attract. Liu Zhengsheng doesn't understand why. Chen Jiaofeng admitted that he has now joined the Qianzong Pai. It's a golden pill bag. Chief disciple under Taoist white bone. The treasures of the sect are for him. So he killed Liu Zhengsheng and the other two. That's his next name. In the nick of time, Chen Jiaofeng and all their attacks, all blocked by a flame. Receptive way, both sides looked up. Chujuan's figure appeared in front of everyone. Don't wait for Liu Zhengsheng to be happy. Li Xuanyu felt that Chujuan had disappeared for so long. Maybe he also betrayed. Liu Zhengsheng doesn't believe it, but Li Xuanyu saw it. Chujuan's strength advanced by leaps and bounds, and with power comes the need for resources. If Chujuan did not take refuge in the enemy, where did he get the resources to improve his realm? In fact, as long as it is beneficial to yourself, Chujuan doesn't mind destroying the Bronze Gate. It's not like he didn't do it. However, the following conversation between Chen Jiaofeng and Chen Zhuan. Instead, Li Xuanyu and the others confirmed it. Chujuan did not betray. The two of Qianchong sect are also officially attacking Chujuan. Chujuan dodged and came to the sky. Castian sure to find. killed a person in an instant. As for the other person, the tiger appeared in front of him. The sword is inevitable. Qianzong Pai embellishment swapped out defensive beetles, but it was still smashed by Shao's punch, along with his head. The triplets suddenly only have one big brother left. He launched his trump card spell to attack Zhu Zhuan, but he was avoided by Zhu Zhuan strolling leisurely. Seeing Yu Zhengsheng, the two were stunned. And at the moment when Zhu Zhuan used the demonic soul institute, the boss's fate is already doomed. That is to accompany his two brothers to hell. Zhu Zhuan's devastating and powerful strength. Look at Chen Jiaofeng silly. Then he quickly knelt in front of Zhu Zhuan. No previous arrogance. High spirits. Crying is a project forced on his mind by Qianzong Pa. So I betrayed. Zhu Zhuan didn't listen to what he was doing in Jiliguala. Instead, he turned his attention to Liu Zhengsheng, in Chen Jiaofeng's eyes. It's an opportunity for a sneak attack, just when he was full of confidence. Zhu Zhuan just looked at him from the corner of his eye. The hand he wants to sneak attack. It was bitten off by Zhu Zhuan's blood wire. Only then did Chen Jiaofeng know. I'm really afraid that I will. I want to exchange it with the best magic tool. Zhu Zhuan was too lazy to listen to his nonsense. Where is the best magic weapon? I don't know it clearly through the soul collection.